Well, I've borrowed next door's carpet today to have a look at this one. This is a Sebo X4, as you can see, an automatic XL Eco, which I think means it's only about a few years old. That's upside down, 1100 watt, yeah. See, my older one is 1300 watts, so I'm guessing this is an EU machine, so 5 years old, maybe 6. Was it 2014 they introduced the first vacuum rules? Anyway, enough of that boring stuff. This I got off eBay, I think it was in October, and the guy actually said, I'm coming up to Scotland because I live in Scotland soon, I'll hand deliver it if you like. I was like, great. This is actually the same guy that I bought the Henry off, 2003 push button Henry, you might remember, the really good condition one. It's actually in the next room, actually, I've got it handy. Yeah, so I think that's actually how I saw this, and I thought, oh well, looks nice, I might as well go for it. I said, yeah, that's fine. Then things didn't work out in October, and then turns out he moved to Scotland. There you go. Why wouldn't you? And yeah, he hand delivered it today. So very good of him. Thank you if you're ever going to see this. There's tape on it, and that's because this was taped on. I'll show you what's in there later. Let's have a look over the machine. I do have an X4 currently, but it's a much older, it's one of the very first ones, and it's the yellow and kind of orange blue one. It's got its crevice tool, which is nice. It's also got all of its other tools. That's got some fuzz in it. Nothing that's not standard though, and it's got its brush as well, which is pretty tidy. Just an average Sebo really. The cable looks alright. Let's take it off. And the grommet is still intact, which is always good. A wee bit distorted, but nothing that a bit of careful use won't fix. And looks like the hose is intact. The one's not worn. Some of these I've had is like literally worn smooth all the way up there, but this one's probably been well looked after, I'd say. Let's have a look in the bag compartment. I don't know why I've leant it over, that's just going to make it slightly awkward. We have a bag, which has seemingly come all the way from England, so we might want to change that. In here is nice and clean. Oh, the filter's not bad at all, actually. That's probably quite a recent one. The filter thing's broken. Well, not broken, the spring's just come out. You see a lot of people do that if they want to use it with no filter, but this has been used with filters, so maybe just broken itself. If I can get it in, there we go. Fairly clean in there. My other X4, the dust seems to just spill out of the bag. Can we put this in without spilling the dust everywhere? It looks like we can. Underneath, let's have a look. Ooh, a nice blockage. What even is that? I don't know, but it's wedged in there. The brush holes doesn't look worn though. String must have been used on old carpets, and this one has its rubber blade. None of the X4s I've had still have them. By the time I get them, they're all worn off, which is nice. So, what is in the box? It's a service box, so that means it has spare filters, although I think only one of them is present, and that's this one. Handy to have, saves me buying one, I suppose. We also have another crevice tool, which looks cleaner than the one on there. I think they might have had another Sebo, because I think they put one on eBay the same time as that red Henry. I can't quite remember though. A bag, genuine, more bags, and oh, there'll be 500 of these in, won't there? Oh yeah, there you go. They always give you more of these than bags in the box, so you end up with, well, if you bother keeping them and using them, you end up with loads of them, and have these scattered everywhere. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags, filter and crevice tool, which I don't think were in the listings, so that was very good. This extension hose I had already, I think it should have came with one of these, being the XL model. Not 100% sure what's different about the XL to the Extra. Let's plug it in and see what happens. Oh, one more thing to look at is the exhaust filter, which must have been changed recently because there's not one in the box. Let's open this, quite hard one-handed. Yeah, fairly standard stuff. They get black pretty quickly. They do actually go through the washing machine quite well on a gentle wash. Yeah, let's see what happens when I switch it on. Sounds healthy. Let's give it a go on this 30-year-old carpet. It's going to go up. That's gone up too much, it's going down now. Well, that sounds very healthy, and it's putting stripes in the carpet, so what's not to love? It looks like the height adjuster's working fine as well. You know they're working because if they're working, they're up and down like a toilet seat is the only way to put it, because they go up and down all constantly. A couple of these I've had, when you put them on the carpet, they go just directly flat and they just stick. But this one's working, as you would expect, it's not that old. So all that there is to do really is clean that tape off and probably freshen up the inside of it. And I'll be keeping this one because I need to. That's the nature of collecting. Having two's not a problem. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in the next video, no doubt.